This is a story about Harvey, the crane engine, based on the railway series by the Reverend W. Audrey, and read aloud by me, VHS and Story Uploader 89 Lives. This is a story about Harvey, the crane engine. When he arrived on Sodor, the engines all thought he looked a bit strange. They didn't really want him to join my railway, but Harvey soon proved that being different can be good. The engines on the Fat Controllers Railway love working at Brandon Docks. There are always lots of jobs for them to do, and they enjoy welcoming the new arrivals onto the island. Today, Cranky the Crane was unloading an exciting new arrival. It was very heavy. "This makes my chain ache!" groaned Cranky. "This is Harvey, the crane engine," said the Fat Controller proudly. The other engines thought Harvey looked strange. Harvey was very happy to be on the ground. He didn't like dangling from Cranky's arm. Harvey was soon joined by some more arrivals. "These gentlemen are the railway board," said the Fat Controller. "Tomorrow, Harvey will give them a demonstration, and if it goes well, he will join the railway."
"What's a demonstration?"
asked Percy quietly.
"Demonstration," said Thomas. "It's when you show off what you can do. Like when Thomas and I have a race," said Bertie.
"Vroom, vroom!" That evening, when Thomas returned to the engine sheds, he saw Harvey parked nearby. Harvey could hear the other engines talking about him. "Harvey's different," said Henry.
"He doesn't even look like an engine," said Edward.
"Surely the Fat Controller won't let him pull coaches." Sniffed Gordon.
"He's just Cranky on wheels," said James. "He's not taking my mail,"
peeped Percy. This made Harvey feel very sad. He had been excited about coming to the island and meeting the engines on the Fat Controllers Railway. Thomas felt sorry for Harvey.
"Don't worry, Harvey. Sometimes it takes time to make new friends," he said.
But Harvey wasn't sure that he wanted to stay where no one wanted him. The next morning, the Fat Controller sent the engines off to do a useful day's work. "Oh, maybe my coming here wasn't such a good idea, sir," Harvey chuffed sadly. "Nonsense," said the Fat Controller. "But the engines don't like me. I'm too different," replied Harvey. "Being different is what makes you special," smiled the Fat Controller, and that made Harvey feel better. Out on the branch line, Percy was having trouble with the trucks. "Pull him along, don't do so," sang the trucks as they pulled Percy along the track.
"Help!"
cried Percy as he gathered speed. Percy's driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. Percy went off the rails at Bulgy's Bridge. Luckily, Percy managed to stop at the top of the hill so no one was hurt, but the troublesome trucks went tumbling down the hillside. "Ah!" they cried as they bumped and rolled towards the road. The trucks were in a terrible mess. Just then, Bertie arrived to discover some of the troublesome trucks in the road. Bertie was pleased that Percy was all right, but he was also very cross. He was taking the gentlemen of the railway board to the demonstration. You blocked the road, he snapped. Bertie was worried that he wouldn't get the railway board to the demonstration on time. When the Fat Controller heard the news about Percy, he went straight to Harvey. I need you to rescue one of my engines, he said. Oh, well, I'll do my best, sir, Harvey said bravely, and he set off immediately. Harvey soon arrived at the bridge and went to work. He swung his crane arm round, and his hook was coupled to Percy. Then Harvey carefully lifted Percy up the hill. The Fat Controller was watching Harvey from the roadside with the gentleman at the railway board. In no time at all, Percy was back on the tracks.
Thank you, Harvey,
he peeped happily. The gentlemen of the railway board were very impressed. That was the best demonstration of all, said the Fat Controller cheerfully. The gentlemen of the railway board have decided that you shall join the railway. Oh, thank you, sir, said Harvey proudly, and he set to work pulling up the troublesome trucks from the road. That night, Harvey heard the engines talking again. This time it was different. Well done, Harvey, said Gordon. Very useful, said James.
You can take my nail,
said Percy.
You see, said Thomas, different can be good.
And all the engines agreed. Welcome to the Sodor Railway, they tooted. And Harvey smiled happily.